Welcome back. We apologize for the abrupt break. It was due to a few technical issues. Welcome to Benue Television News at 7. In the headlines, Benue State government announces extension of rural roads construction in the state. Governor Siminalayi Fubara swears in new caretaker chairman for the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. On the international scene, South Africa's president takes oath of office for a second term. Benue State government has announced extension of roads construction to the rural areas of the state. Governor Hyacinth Alia made the announcement at the Akume Atongo Stadium, Kasinala, during a thank-you visit to the people of Sankara. After a successful election and assumption of office as the 6th democratically elected governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia has seen the need to say thank you to the people of Benue. Well, for this, he was at Akume Atongo Stadium, Kasinala, to interface with the people of Kasinala, Ukum, and Logo local government areas. Governor Alia said he had requested the votes of these people to enable him become governor, and his tour this time was simply to say thank you for the mandate to govern them. He equally used the opportunity to give an account of his stewardship in the last 1 year. The governor announced award for the construction of Kasinala Head Bridge, Hausa Quarters to Victory Church Road, Wukari Junction in Zakibiam Yam Market, Iwayu to Y Junction, and Sankara Chito to Vase Roads. He re-echoed his administration's efforts to return peace to the area and the state in general while ensuring food security and empowerment of the people. The governor informed people of the area that the process of installing the first and second class chiefs in the area known as Te Katsinala and To Sankara is on, expressing hope that when installed, the traditional rulers will assist him in bringing back peace to the areas. party stakeholders in Sankara, including member representing the area at the House of Representatives Solomon Wombo, Chief of Staff to the Governor Paul Biam, caretaker chairman of Kasinala Ukum and Logo local governments, and Chief Barnabas Gamade all declared support for the people to the earlier administration, endorsing him for a second term as governor of Benue State. Acting chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Benue State, Benjamin Omakolo, received members of other political parties led by Yowesi Ligom for defecting to the APC. Governor Ali, during the visit, paid homage to the Sankara Area Traditional Council led by the acting Tour Sankara, His Royal Highness Jimmy Meme, for consultations where he receives a royal blessing from the fathers as a sign of their support to his administration. Benue State Police Command has continued to parade suspected criminals in an effort to combat criminality. The latest parade is a group of some kidnapped suspects who were said to have been involved in the attack on Benue Links bus along Otukpo Makudi Road last week. The Benue Links bus was conveying passengers from Onitsha to Makudi when it was attacked by kidnappers in Ojano, Otukpo. Martha Iku has details of this report.
These are suspected kidnappers alongside internet fraudsters arrested recently from Otukpo local government and Makudi respectively in the last 1 week. Police Public Relations Officer Benue State Command SP Sewese Anene said on Thursday the 13th of June 2024, the command received information that a Benue Links vehicle conveying passengers from Onitsha to Makudi was attacked by gunmen who suddenly emerged from a nearby forest around Ojano, Oglo, in Otukpo local government area of Benue State. The gunmen shot at the vehicle, causing the vehicle to stop at the forest, where the driver of the vehicle sustained gunshot injuries and later died, while the passengers were kidnapped.
Investigation into that case began until on the 17th of June, when some suspected kidnappers were trailed to Otukpo local government, where they were about boarding a vehicle. About 3 of them were arrested in connection with the case.
The spokesperson for the Commissioner of Police said during investigation as they tried to board a vehicle at a motor park in Otukpo local government area. Anene said the 3 suspects, Saleh Hassan, Yakubu Kande, Yunusa Idris, all of Kia local government area of Nasarawa State, were trailed and arrested in connection with the incident.
During that operation, 9 victims were rescued in the course of that operation. And some of them identified these suspects as being part of the team that kidnapped them.
Among the suspects paraded are this group of internet fraudsters arrested from a hideout at Key Village along Naka Road in Makudi. Barely 3 weeks after the police busted an internet fraudster academy in Makudi. Commissioner CP Yabanet, however, warned that his command will not tolerate a situation where innocent citizens were being defrauded.
They are more than internet fraudsters. So investigation will unravel why they have ammunition in their possession and who owns that.
Investigation into the various cases are ongoing and suspects will be charged to court. Meanwhile, items recovered from the suspected fraudsters include 2 iPhones, 5 laptops, different ATM cards suspected to be used for fraud, and 5 9mm live ammunition, while a sum of over 500,000 naira was recovered from the suspected kidnappers. Martha Iku, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Moving on, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has sworn in new caretaker chairman for the 23 local government areas of the state. The swearing-in was done on Wednesday at the Government House in Port Harcourt, the state capital, amid tight security. The swearing-in comes a day after he forwarded the list to the State House of Assembly. According to analysts, this development adds another twist to the political crisis in the state, months after the Rivers State House of Assembly passed the Local Government Amendment Bill into law. While Fubara did not assent to the bill, the lawmakers led by Martin Amaiwile vetoed him. The law empowers the Rivers State Assembly to extend the tenure of council chairpersons, the advisors and councillors where it is deemed impossible to hold elections before the end of their 3-year tenure. But a court nullified the amended law, prompting an appeal. The appeal court is set to deliver a ruling on the matter on June 20, 2024. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, has condemned the outbreak of violence and breakdown of law and order at various local government council secretariats in Rivers State. Benue Television reported that a clash happened on Tuesday in Port Harcourt, the state capital, over the tenure of local government council chairman in the state, which led to the deaths of a police officer and a vigilante member. In a statement on Wednesday by the force spokesman Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the police IGP directed the Rivers State Commissioner of Police Olatunji Disu to boost security measures across the state. The IGP also ordered a thorough investigation into the killing of the police officer and the vigilante operative. Egbetokun deployed operatives of the Force Intelligence Response Team IRT to assist the Rivers State Command in apprehending the killers of the security operatives. He further directed increased patrols, strategic deployment of officers, and enhanced intelligence operations to prevent further violence and ensure the safety of all residents. He, however, expressed condolences to the families, friends, and colleagues of the security operatives, stating that their dedication and sacrifice in the line of duty will not be forgotten. Meanwhile, the Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC Zone 11 Command, which covers Osun, Ondo, and Oyo State, has said that 9 people died in 13 road accidents during the first 3 days of the Salah holiday. It also said 78 individuals sustained varying degrees of injuries in accidents involving 21 vehicles and 128 people. In a statement issued in Osogbo, the Osun State capital, Acting Zonal Commanding Officer Leyi Adigboiga revealed the command's special Salah operation, which started on Friday. He said the injured individuals were quickly taken to hospitals across the zone, while 41 others were rescued uninjured. According to him, the operation involved 3,018 personnel, 57 patrol vehicles, 5 ambulances, and 2 heavy-duty tow trucks. Adigboiga said the personnel covered about 65 major routes daily to enhance visibility and reduce speed-related crashes, while standby rescue teams were also stationed across all commands for rapid response to accidents. He urged the public and all road users to act responsibly on the roads to help reduce the loss of lives and property. In part 2, after the break, Kano State Commissioner of Police Usaini Gumel has said the command remains committed to maintaining law and order. We'll bring you this and much more after this break. Do join us again.
Don't worry, we'll talk later, yeah?
Buddy,
how far?
give me small spot, I beg. Make I play game, I beg.
Oh, yeah, now.
Thanks, G.
Yo, Zifa don't come out.
But they are far now. I got you.
Buddy, I beg, make I connect, I beg. I need to stream. That was that now.
Enjoy 100% data bonus with Night Data. Dial *312# to enjoy.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data.
Glow Unlimited.
Benue Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benue Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form costs 5,000 naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million naira. Second prize, 500,000 naira. And third prize, 300,000 naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership and inquiries, please call Benway TV Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benway Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
Glad to have you back. We are on Benway Television News at 7. Well, moving on, Kano State Commissioner of Police Usaini Gumel has said the command remains committed to maintaining law and order. Gumel, in an interview with the newsman, said the police and all the security agencies will not be distracted from discharging their responsibilities to the people. He warned against politicizing the security situation, urging the people to support the police in its duties. He, on behalf of all heads of relevant security agencies, appreciated all stakeholders for their continuous support and advice that contributed to the sustenance of peace in the state. The police chief urged the public to provide the police with necessary information that would lead to identifying, apprehending, and prosecuting criminals in the state. Like the state government has restated the commitment of the governor Biodun Oyebanji-led administration to bring about all-round significant improvement in the quality of lives of residents. Commissioner for Information Taiwo Olatunbosun spoke to newsmen in Ikere Ekiti. He stressed the need for residents to, in addition to supporting Governor Oyebanji, make life more meaningful for the people, key into opportunities facilitated by government to better their lives. Acknowledging that times are hard due to global economic downturn, low oil prices, fuel subsidy removal, high unemployment rates, and inflation, Olatunbosun said the government had activated short, medium, and long-term measures to mitigate the effect of the global economic downturn. He stressed that Governor Yebanji's focus had always been to boost the well-being of the citizenry. We'll now shift our attention to leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, who has said he would seek negotiation with the federal government over his ongoing trial. Kanu, speaking through his lead counsel Aloy Ejimakor, told the Federal High Court in Abuja on Wednesday that he would seek the negotiation under Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act. Ejimakor had earlier moved two applications brought before the court. The first application is to move from 49 and an application objecting to the jurisdiction of the court. He said if the applications are denied, his client will move for the implementation of Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act. While responding, counsel to the federal government, Adegboyega Awomowo, told the court that he had earlier informed the defendant that he does not have the powers to negotiate on behalf of the federal government. He stated that the defendant should approach the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fageni, SAN, who has the power to negotiate on behalf of the government. Ruling presiding judge Justice Bintanyako said the court was not a solicitor, but only hears cases. The detained IPOB leader has been in the Department of State Security's custody since June 2021 after he was arrested in Kenya. Well, since his arrest, he has been facing terrorism-related charges leveled against him by the federal government. Well, let's now join Lois Yutum for Business Today. Over to you, Lois.
Federal government offers 17 new plots for bidding. NERC okays 450 megawatts deal to avert Zungeru plant shutdown. Hello and welcome to Business Today. I am Lois Yution. The federal government Tuesday announced the addition of 17 deep offshore oil plugs to the 2024 licensing round for oil fields in Nigeria. The Chief Executive Officer, Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Gbenga Komolafe, disclosed this at the pre-bid conference for the 2024 licensing round in Lagos. Recall that some deep offshore blocks were recently put on offer for the 2022 and 2023 mini-bid round, and other blocks which cut across onshore, continental shelf and deep offshore terrains were also put on offer for the Nigeria 2024 licensing round. Komolafe further stated that by the published guidelines, some of the assets on offer should be applied for as clusters. Bidders are hereby advised that they may, at their option, bid for those blocks as clusters or as single units. The NUPRC head also stated that to allow interested investors to take advantage of the expanded opportunities, the 2024 licensing round schedule had been amended. Data access, data purchase, evaluation, bid preparation and submission, which was initially scheduled to open on July 4, 2024 and close on 29 November 2024, will now start on 8 July 2024 and close on 29 November 2024 as previously scheduled. He said all other dates in the published 2024 licensing round schedule remain the same unless other communicated. He stated that to vacate entry barriers, the Commission has sought and obtained the approval of President Bola Tinubu, who as Petroleum Minister approved attractive fiscal regimes and also minimized entry fees for both licensing rounds by putting a cap on the signature bonus payable for the award of aggregates. Based on this, he declared that all blocks in the 2022-2023 and 2024 licensing rounds were now available to all interested investors. The websites developed for the exercise by the NUPRC, adding that the 2022 and 2023 mini-bid round registration phase has been reopened to new applicants. The Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission has approved a deal for the procurement of 450 megawatts of electricity from Zungeru Hydroelectricity Generation Company Limited, the NERC, in a directive signed by its Vice Chairman Musiliu Oseni, acknowledged that the suboptimal grid dispatch experience on the national grid is partly occasioned by low generation. He said this is thereby affecting the electricity distribution company's ability to deliver on the committed service levels to end-use customers due to frequent interruptions to manage transient and recurring grid imbalances. The Commission further noted that the Zungeru Hydroelectricity Generation Company has successfully concluded its initial capacity testing on May 15th with a demonstrated average generation capacity of 600 megawatts. According to the NERC, the Zungeru Power Company, which currently has no contract with off-takers, had indicated its decision to shut down the plant after the capacity test pending the finalization of contractual arrangements with its prospective off-takers. To avoid this, the regulator said it decided to ensure the power plant remains on the grid and continues to inject power to improve service delivery to electricity consumers in Nigeria. As a result, the Commission granted a special dispensation that permits the independent system operator of the Transmission Company of Nigeria to assume responsibility for the administration of settlement for power bid from Zungeru for an initial period of 105 days, commencing from May 16, 2024. To avoid the perpetual practice of limiting this cost load, often as corrective mechanism for system imbalances, the Commission directs the TCNISO to enter into an interim energy sales agreement with ZHEGC for up to 450 megawatts of energy and capacity to address the imbalances currently experienced between generation and offtake, thereby further strengthening grid management. The agreement shall be on a best effort basis. That is on business today. Thanks for what I am. Lois, you do stay tuned for the rest of the bulletin.
Thanks, Lois. We now take a break. When we come back, international news. Please stay with us.
Don't worry, we'll talk later, yeah?
Body,
how far?
give me small spot, I beg. Make I play game, I beg.
Oh, yeah, now.
Thanks, G.
Yo, Zifa don't come out.
Body, how far now? I got you.
Body, I beg, make I connect, I beg. I need to stream. Mojaba. That was that now.
Enjoy 100% data bonus with Night Data. Dial star 312 hash to enjoy.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data.
Glow Unlimited.
Benway Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benway Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form costs 5,000 Naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million Naira. Second prize, 500,000 Naira. And third prize, 300,000 Naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership and inquiries, please call Benway TV Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benway Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
Welcome back. We're still live on Benway Television News at 7. And I'm moving on to the international scene where South Africa's Cyril Ramaphosa has been sworn in for a second full term in office as president despite failing to secure a majority in parliament in last month's election for his African National Congress, ANC. Lawmakers re-elected him as president last week following a deal between the ANC, its long-time rival Democratic Alliance DA, and other parties to form a coalition government. The ANC, which has governed since the end of apartheid in 1994, lost its majority for the first time after the May 29 election produced no outright winner. The oath of office was administered by Chief Justice Raymond Zondo. The Umkhonto weSizwe MK party, formed 6 months ago by former President Jacob Zuma, says its officials would not participate in the inauguration it described as farcical of the party, which won 15% of votes and obtained 58 parliamentary seats, also boycotted Parliament's first sitting last Friday. Ramaphosa has kept the presidency even though the ANC vote fell by 17 percentage points and it lost 70 seats in Parliament. He did this through a power-sharing arrangement with the Democratic Alliance, a historic rival in other parties. The coalition is a move to the political center because the ANC's left-wing and populist breakaway parties rejected the invitation to join a national unity government. Ramaphosa is expected to appoint a cabinet in the coming days, which is to include his new coalition partners, the Democratic Alliance, and 3 other parties. Meanwhile, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has promised full support and solidarity for Russia's war in Ukraine as President Vladimir Putin said that Moscow is fighting against the decade-long hegemonic and imperialist policy of the United States and its allies. Speaking on Wednesday, Putin thanked Kim for what he called unwavering support in Ukraine. Russia and North Korea have denied arms transfers but have promised to strengthen military ties. The Kremlin did not give details on the content of the new Comprehensive Strategic Partnership Treaty on Wednesday, but said it would replace previous bilateral documents and declarations signed in 1961, 2000, and 2001. While speaking after his meeting with Kim, Putin said the new agreement is defensive in nature and includes a promise of mutual assistance if either is attacked. Analysts, however, describe the two leaders' meeting as a historic event that showed the invisibility and durability of the friendship and unity between North Korea and Russia. The Russian leader is on his first visit to North Korea in 24 years, with relations between the two countries growing since Moscow began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine and rising concern that Pyongyang is providing Russia with weapons in return for Russian technological expertise. Putin is expected to also visit Vietnam's Hanoi, where he could get a warm welcome despite the United States condemning the country for planning to host a Russian leader. Meanwhile, China and Malaysia have agreed to renew a 5-year economic and trade cooperation pact. The deal, which will deepen relations between the two countries as they mark 50 years of diplomatic ties, was signed on Wednesday during a trip to Chinese Premier Li Qiang. The visit to Malaysia's administrative capital, Putrajaya, was the last leg of a regional trip intended to expand China's influence in the Asia-Pacific as geopolitical tensions with the United States rise. Following private talks, the two leaders witnessed the signing of various pacts, including the economic and trade deals. During Li's 3-day visit to Malaysia, which follows visits to New Zealand and Australia, Kuala Lumpur and Beijing are also expected to discuss the sensitive issue of territorial claims in the South China Sea. Malaysia, along with Vietnam, Brunei, the Philippines and Taiwan, disputes Beijing's claims to almost the entire South China Sea. However, unlike clashes between the Philippines and China, Malaysia's government prefers diplomatic channels and rarely criticizes Beijing, even when Chinese Coast Guard ships sail near Malaysia's waters. This is partly intended to protect economic ties. China has been Malaysia's largest trading partner since 2009, with total trade last year reaching $98.90 billion. That brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, let's take another look at the top stories. In the headlines, we saw that Benue State government has announced extension of rural roads construction in the state. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has sworn in new caretaker chairman for the 23 local government areas of Rivers State, and on the international scene, South Africa's president has taken oath of office for a second term. Well, that was Benue Television News at 7. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Achin. Good evening.
Sunachi Tianti Sebavane Bawe Savasaf Hentashan Benue Television Makudi. It's a trip here of an epa Shimo one bemdo what on the Gamuha Shauvanemi. It ran to Zwebe Makan Hanje Gumoju Benta U Benue Adu Quorum Kiba Hikamanakan Hanjone Shay Yonkan High